Hey there. So we've all been sold this certain promise, haven't we? The whole get your degree, land a safe, secure job, and slowly climb the corporate ladder thing. But man, for so many people today, that traditional path is seriously starting to feel like a broken promise. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to dive deep into the source material to uncover what's being called the hidden digital economy. We'll be looking closely at 5 specific high-income skills that are honestly absolutely worth learning right now. To really grasp why this new path is so crucial, we kind of have to face the music about our current situation. Ready for this? Right now, over half, literally 50% of Millennials and Gen Z report that they are living paycheck to paycheck. And look, I'm not bringing this up to stress you out. It's just the harsh, honest reality of the world we're living in right now. The old traditional pipeline just isn't providing the financial security it used to. We desperately need a completely new approach.
Which obviously brings up a pretty massive question. Is the 4-year degree actually dead? Well, to answer that, the source material shares a super relatable experience. Picture this. You come from a background where traditional education is everything. Parents with advanced degrees, the whole 9 yards. The author actually lived this. They did everything they were supposed to do. They went to UCLA, killed it, graduated a whole year early with a biology degree and an entrepreneurship minor. But after all that, they were left scratching their head, feeling completely unprepared to make actual money in the modern online economy. That fancy piece of paper just didn't translate into digital leverage.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for today's Explainer. We're going to figure out exactly how to bypass that traditional struggle by mastering these skills in 90 days or less. We'll hit on the broken path, a concept called selling shovels, content creation, the focus multiplier, the remote sales engine, and finally, a brand new way to look at FOCUS.
Section 1. The broken path.
Okay, to win today, the sources make it super clear that we have to totally flip our understanding of how money is actually made. The old school way, collecting credentials. The new way, building undeniable utility. And you do that by learning a high-income skill. So what is that exactly? It's a highly focused, recession-proof freelance service that you master, specifically to solve problems for existing businesses. You don't have to take on the crazy risk of launching a startup from scratch. You just need to make yourself completely indispensable at one very specific thing.
This really drives the point home perfectly. Just look at the massive difference here. When you try to start a business, you're carrying a ton of risk. You're managing operations, payroll, marketing, the whole shebang. But learning a skill, super low risk. You just master one single service. And because business owners absolutely desperately need these services, you can literally plug right into their existing cash flow. You become the ultimate solution for them rather than trying to build a stressful startup from the ground up.
Moving right along to Section 2. Selling shovels.
Now, this concept right here is the absolute secret behind how the wealthiest digital entrepreneurs actually run their empires. We usually think the big money is in being the main influencer, right? But the source material drops this total gem of an insight. When everyone in this gold rush is trying to find gold, there's other people who made their fortunes selling shovels. Think about it. Someone might make, say, 10 grand a month running a YouTube channel. But the person selling a course on how to build that channel, they're pulling in over $500,000 a month. The education, the shovels, is where the truly massive scale happens.
So where exactly do you fit into all of this? Well, you've got the gold miner, right? That's the creator out there on the front lines. But here's the catch. To run those massive shovel-selling businesses, those creators desperately need a rock-solid team behind the scenes. They literally need shovel builders, people to run the operations, drive the traffic, and close the deals. And that is exactly where these 5 high-income skills come into play.
Which brings us to Section 3, content creation.
All right, this is the very top of the funnel. Before any business makes a dime, they need eyeballs. They need attention. Enter skill number 1, short-form editing. Take a look at the massive creators out there today. People like Eamon Godsey, Luke Belmar, or Andrew Tate. They all rely heavily on this. We're talking about taking long, sprawling content and chopping it down into super punchy, highly digestible 30 to 45-second viral clips. For TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. When these bite-sized clips pop off, viewers get curious, they go hunt down the creator's main channel, and boom, they're funneled right into buying products. Business owners desperately need editors who can package their story perfectly. Master this, you're comfortably looking at pulling in 3 to 5 grand a month.
Next up is skill number 2, social media copywriting. Have you ever actually wondered if those super busy influencers are sitting around writing all their own tweets and emails? Spoiler alert, no way. They absolutely don't. They use something called leveraged writing. Picture a founder recording a quick 1-minute voice note on their phone while walking to their car. They shoot that audio over to their copywriter. Then, it's the copywriter's job to magically transform that raw audio into a killer email newsletter, a massive Twitter thread, or a full-blown YouTube script. Starting out, you could make around $1,500 to $3,000 a month doing this. But the top-tier copywriters? They easily scale to $10,000 a month just because they are saving the founder so much precious time.
Section 4. The focus multiplier.
Now, this third skill is a bit different. It's not a technical service like editing. It's actually the ultimate behavioral cheat code, high performance. And wow, the data here is just fascinating. It shows exactly how fractured our attention has become. Research actually indicates that human productive output has plummeted by 30 to 40%, entirely because of modern-day distractions. Seriously, think about it for a second. When was the last time you sat down for 2 or 3 hours and just worked, like in a deep flow state, without checking a single text, notification, or scrolling a social feed? For most of us, it's pretty much never. 40% of our potential output is literally just vanishing into the digital ether.
Let's put that into perspective. If you're working a 10-hour day, but you're constantly distracted by your phone dinging, realistically, you're only getting about 6 hours of actual work done. But, and this is a huge but, if you can master high performance and deep, laser-like focus, you can sit at your desk for the exact same amount of time as your competition and get twice as much done. You are literally lapping the competition simply by turning off the noise. Mastering your focus is the ultimate accelerator for every single other skill we're talking about today.
All right, Section 5. The remote sales engine.
So once a business actually has that attention, they have to convert it into real revenue through human interaction. And here is the exact customer journey of how that goes down. Step 1. A viewer watches a viral video and decides to shoot a DM to the creator on Instagram. Step 2. Guess what? The creator isn't the one typing back. A remote setter, which is skill number 4, chats with the lead, warms them up, and gets them booked on a phone call. Then, step 3, a remote closer, skill number 5, hops on that 1-hour call. They figure out exactly what the prospect needs, and if it's a great fit, they close the high-ticket sale. Setting and closing are essentially the invisible gears turning views into actual cash.
So here's the absolute game changer. By just plugging yourself into this existing ecosystem, you can realistically hit these income targets, and you never even have to start your own company. Editors and copywriters, they make really solid monthly retainers. But check out the sales engine side. A remote setter typically pulls in around a 5% commission. So if you just book a few calls that eventually turn into a $5,000 sale, you just made $250 for literally chatting with someone on Instagram. A remote closer has a tougher job, for sure, so they take home about 10%. If you close just one $5,000 deal a day at a 25% close rate, you're netting $500 a day in pure commission. It's wild.
Finally, Section 6. FOCUS.
Okay, we've covered a lot today, and I know it's incredibly tempting to want to go out and learn all 5 of these skills right this second. But trust me, doing that is a guaranteed fast track to burnout. Instead, the source material gives us this awesome new way to think about the word focus. Think of it as an acronym. Follow one course until successful. Not 2, not 3, and definitely not all 5 at once. If you really want to become a highly paid professional in this hidden economy, you have to pick just one path. Go completely all in. Become undeniably great at it.
The traditional path we all grew up hearing about is just not the only option anymore. There is a massive digital gold rush happening right now as we speak, and the entrepreneurs out there mining for gold are practically begging for help. So after everything we've unpacked in today's explainer, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. Which shovel are you going to build?